I just had a call with someone right now. It was an introductory call. I made the cold call, like a recent one of the appointments that I booked. Not the one that I uploaded, but another one. The recent one which I booked, I think yesterday. And that person showed up and we had the introductory call. He was a challenging personality, right? So it really gave me a room for analyzing myself. When I'm on these sales calls or introduction calls or any single calls, being someone who haven't been a lot exposed to people, right? One thing that I love about this, the cold calls and having conversations from cold acquisition, when someone doesn't know you and then you get to meet them for the first time, present something, and then there's this a subconscious or like a there is a level of skepticism in the air. You can feel it, but no one will say it to you. Like right now, I have had hundreds of these calls, not hundreds, but 100 plus, right? 150 plus of calls similar to this. I would say like, yeah, 150, 200 calls similar to this, where, I'm speaking with someone for the first time. And, I feel this skepticism very clearly. For them, it might be fourth, fifth call from a cold call. The reason I love this is because I get to experience that side of me, which is closer to fear. You know, the insecurities, the fear, the heart rushing to prove that I'm not that person to be skeptic about, skeptic towards. A lot of things, like, you need to you feel like you have a feeling of, I have to prove myself here, which is really not needed, right? The entire goal is to remove that feeling and take them to the actual conversation that actually matters. And what matters is they have a problem that needs to be solved, and are we the right enough process for you to solve that problem? That's the only thing that matters. So the more I do cold calls, the more I get exposed to rejection, the more I get exposed to that version of me which is afraid. And the more I can face fear, the more I can choose courage, the more opportunities of me choosing courage. The more I feel insecure, the more I can choose confidence. The more I feel the feeling of feeling to prove myself, those are equally chances for me to have self-esteem, right? So I understand. I mean, I have a lot of people who I have had conversations with, a lot of people who makes more money than me. Uh, Monetarily, it doesn't move me at all. If I'm making more money, uh, as long as I'm making just enough to survive, as in like survive, and then more than how much people are making around me, I really don't feel the urge to make more money. Making more money can be an outcome of me being more courageous, more persevere, more consistent. What is that word for perseverance? Someone who can persevere. I can be more consistent, I can be more courageous, I can be more confident, I have more self-esteem, and I am better in articulation, and I'm more confident, right? If I have all those, if I just become that identity, then I will have the outcome regardless. So I don't have to think about it. I will not chase it, never, ever, again, ever. Not going to chase it. What I will do is just try to choose everything in my power. Any single thing that feels uncomfortable, I will do it. Cold call, I will not leave it. This entire year, this year is probably going to be the best year so far, right? Monetarily. Even if I'm making 100K, right? If I'm made, let's say, 250K, that's the goal for the year revenue wise. $250,000 is the goal for this year, and I'm already late. But if I'm making 250, let's say we have already hit 250K somehow, I still will be on the phone. I will still have to improve myself, because I know for a fact there is so much that is left to be learned. And from a business point of view, it might not feel the best. and I'm perfectly fine with that. I think very soon I will give the business, more of the business away to other people who wants that business growth and the monetary growth, while I can choose to be in areas of the business where I have to become a better person. uh, of course, like the strategy is going to be on me. The strategy and the vision and making sure the culture is there, that's on me. But you know, taking newer projects, or uh, improving the operations to a level where we don't do specific things, everything that improves me as a person is going to be done, right? Because like that gives me the most amount of fulfillment. So this call that I had, it really made me feel so uncomfortable that I love it, right? So it's very addictive for me. The more I can cold call, the more I can get exposed to it. And I know for a fact, okay, I understand that there is going to be better vehicles of opportunity, but as long as, I mean, if I'm not making 50K a month, I understand that I should run ads and it'll be better. But why to run ads? Like, why can I not close the same amount of revenue from cold calls, right? It's a big ask, yes, but is it impossible? No. Yeah, maybe a lot of people will go ahead of me. They will grow quicker. They will get to 50K a month, 100K a month. I am not in that competition, right? My job is my definition of fulfillment. My goal this year is fulfillment. My definition of fulfillment is health, relationships, purpose, and self improvement, along with finances. So finances are going to be there, right? I have my own house. I have a car and a motorcycle. I mean, I have the basic needs, and we also have land, extra land, a little bit, not too much, but enough to support me in terms of in times of need. So I don't have to be desperate. What I'm looking for is like self growth, like understanding myself to that point when I know what are the breaking points so I can improve that. I want to improve in terms of emotional intelligence better. I want to improve in articulation. I want to improve in my health, of course. I want to improve in courage. I do feel like my self esteem is very low, right? And even now, right? It's low right now. It's so much better as compared to 4 or 5 years back. But I had a terrible, experience in my life which shattered my self esteem like terribly, like super bad. And since then, it has always been a journey for me to reestablish myself in my own eyes. And that's the pursuit, right? The pursuit of fulfillment is to be the person that you know that you can be and you should be. And that's what everything that you do should be an opportunity given to yourself to be that person, to choose actively all those things that you know you need to do. So yes, ads might be a thing, but I don't feel affinity towards ads. I don't feel affinity towards a lot of things, uh, just because the reason to do that is to make quicker money faster. I don't stand for that this year. Specifically this year, I don't stand for that. And I know for a fact that, maybe ads will help me get better revenue. Yes. But, I need to really understand, is it cold calls which helps me improve my self-esteem and confidence more? Consistency. Like if it is difficult to do, then I would have to choose that. If it's difficult to do cold calls and ads is the easier way out, then I would choose cold calls. I will have to choose cold calls because I'm just choosing an easy way out, right? I will not choose any easy way out until I improve my consistency. The consistency and discipline needs to be there. So I will have to fight with my inner thoughts to get that out first. Once I win that, it doesn't matter how much revenue am I doing, have I won myself? If I've conquered my mind, then I can go to the next level. Not if I have hit 10K a month or 20K a month, and then I'm getting to, okay, you know what? Let me run ads now because business wise it makes sense. No, no, no. As long as I am the same person, I will not get to the next step. My unlock is gonna be a reward. Ads is gonna be a reward for me to be able to book X number of appointments by doing, within this time frame, so that I have to do this. I have to improve. I have to improve concern clarity, objection handling. I have to close X amount of deals. I don't know how many, how much, but I have to do certain stuff because that is uncomfortable and I have to improve myself. And once I do that, I will gift myself the next level of acquisition, which can be ads, which can be building a team on the acquisition side, which can be building a team on the service delivery side, which can be improving operations, which can be getting into email marketing, which can be making it easier. That should be a reward to me choosing the difficult part and then winning that over first. Because otherwise, I really believe, and from a small experience of myself as well in the last 2 years, I really believe that if I skip the difficulty, me being the founder, me being the person in charge of it, if I skip the difficult role in pursuit of something easier just to chase more numbers on the screen, the amount of, people will not have, if I don't look up to myself, then how can I expect someone else to look up to me? And it is that same definition. And I don't feel that, it's a game for 10 years, 20 years until I die kind of game, right? There's no point building a business if I'm not doing it for long term. Like, there is no value apart from me being a better person and being able to impact more people and help gain fulfillment for me, my team, and the family of my team, the clients and their family, their kids going to college, their family having a better situation. That's what the essence of a business is. This is only a vehicle towards fulfillment for me, and the outcome can be monetary, right? And I genuinely believe, like deeply within my soul, I believe that the sooner I become a better person, the revenue is going to go exponentially. And I don't think that just chasing more revenue at the expense of me not improving myself and skipping that difficulty, it will momentarily increase my revenue, but it will not give me the amount of growth that I will inevitably get by becoming the person that I envision myself to be. Right? When I am that person, I will have so many opportunities coming towards me. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to close $50,000 deals someday from cold acquisition or referrals. It is going to come in. So I don't see any reason to be desperate, right? And so I just went to record this after this call today because I felt uncomfortable at times, not because of the other person, but because I was not able to formulate the thoughts. I was not able to choose. I was not able to get clarity on the questions. I was rushing because I had that feeling that, okay, I was being judged and I have to prove myself there, and that has to be improved.